do so transformed. No longer as initiates, but as graduates, leaders, innovators, and torchbearers of Howard's abiding legacy. Congratulations, class of 2025, on completing your long walk to this unforgettable moment. Please stand again to be recognized. Let's recognize the family and friends of the class of 2025 for the love and support you have provided these graduates. I also want to take a moment to recognize all of those who have joined us on this platform. The Howard University Board of Trustees, members of my presidential cabinet, the minds of our graduates, and who have cultivated their excellence, and that is our faculty. Will you please stand, faculty? We are clear that Howard's professors, instructors, and lecturers are among the most accomplished and illustrious in higher education. And finally, our staff, alumni, and donors, who are proud and fiercely loyal defenders of the Howard way, who steward our university's past, present, and future in unparalleled measures. It is you who help unlock the future for our graduates. So please, let's give all of them a round of applause. Now, I must also acknowledge that tomorrow is a very special day. Mother's Day. Happy early Mother's Day to all mothers and mother figures who are celebrating with us today. I certainly want to take this moment to send a special shout out to my wife and mother of our 3 children, Dr. Yolanda Fortenberry. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Thanks for all that you do for our family. And I'm also fortunate to have my own mother and mother-in-law with us. And I want to salute Dr. Lily Vinson and Mrs. Virgia Fortenberry for the love and light they've given me and my family as well. Now, class of 2025, as we celebrate this milestone in your journey, I want to share a simple but profound truth. You are making history. You are the largest graduating class in the history of Howard University. You are not only walking in the footsteps of giants, you are becoming giants, and the world is noticing. This year, following your lead, Howard University received a record number of applications. More students than ever are seeing this as a place where they can launch their dreams and their careers, where they can become the change makers that our world so urgently needs. These increases are a message that excellence is cultivated here and that it is undeniable, and that the world sees what Howard is and what Howard does, and it all begins with students like you. In preparing my remarks today, I reflected on the cycles of history, on how moments speak to each other across time. Allow me briefly to take us back 100 years to the class of 1925. This was the Roaring Twenties, a time of bold creativity, profound cultural shift. This was the time of the Harlem Renaissance, a defining moment in American history. Black intellectuals, artists, and visionaries redefined how we saw ourselves and demanded that the world do the same. Howard became a national hub for Black academics and thought leaders, conducting research and scholarship that challenged racist ideologies by emphasizing African American history, culture, and rights. Howard would invest in academic excellence, cultural revival, public service, all in alignment with the Renaissance's broader goals of racial pride and progress. Among Howard's ranks in 1925 were names like Alain Locke, a philosopher who would become known as the father of the Harlem Renaissance. We also remember Zora Neale Hurston, a student here in the 1920s, who would co-found the beloved Hilltop newspaper and go on to become one of the most important voices in African American literature. And we remember figures like Charles Hamilton Houston, whose mind shaped Howard's School of Law and laid the groundwork for the Civil Rights Movement. These were scholars who, like you, excelled in uncertain times. They did not wait for history. They made history. They were catalysts for change. They pushed boundaries, and they launched a renaissance. The commencement week that took place in 1925 was a celebration of all of this and a launching pad for new minds that helped shape the nation. And today, 100 years later, we are in the midst of another renaissance. And this time, it's you, the class of 2025, who are the catalysts. This renaissance is not just cultural. It is educational, technological, social, political. It is a renaissance in how we define leadership, how we define purpose in times of challenge. It is how we bear the standard of truth and service. And make no mistake, this renaissance is not here to redefine our values. It is here to reaffirm them. We do not abandon our legacy. We build upon our legacy. Graduates, you are entering a world that demands your innovation, but also your integrity. A world where artificial intelligence is rewriting industries, but where your human intelligence, your empathy, your creativity, your sense of justice must still lead. This is a world that is global, fast-paced, and unpredictable, but one that needs your commitment to excellence, leadership, truth, and service like never before. Let's be clear. You are not just graduates. You are Howard University's graduates. You have been educated at an institution that for 158 years now has understood the stakes. You are Bison for a reason. You leave here not only with your degrees, but with discernment, with character, with purpose. And like the class of 1925, you are standing at the edge of it, and your purpose is your North Star. As I close, I wanted to repeat a tradition that I started last year at commencement. Class of 2025, take a moment. Add up the numbers 2, 0, 2, and 5. You get the number 9. According to Pythagorean numerology, based on the teachings of Pythagoras in the 6th century BCE, the number 9 represents completion, spiritual growth, universal love, humanitarian efforts, and compassion. Representing the end of a cycle and the potential for new beginnings. In other words, the number 9 is symbolic of a renaissance. Once again, congratulations to you, the historic class of 2025. You are not just part of a renaissance, you are the renaissance. Class of 2025. Go boldly where no one has gone. Go bravely. Go forward as bison. Hey, Snoop! Now please join me in welcoming to the podium the chairman of the Howard University Board of Trustees, Dr. Lawrence C. Morse.
Good morning.
Good morning.
President Benson, students and alumni, administrators, deans, faculty and staff, family and friends, honored members of the 50th reunion class of 1975. It is a special joy to be with you on this momentous occasion and to welcome you on behalf of the Howard University Board of Trustees. After a prolonged and trying absence, our commencement convocation is once again returned to the upper quadrangle of the yard. And with due respect to all the history that has been made on our beloved campus, there is perhaps no more revered place on the hilltop than the space which we now occupy. For 157 years, countless esteemed alumni and distinguished commencement orders have graced these very grounds for the occasion for which we've gathered this morning. Indeed, deeply embedded into this terra firma are the footsteps of past alumni who trod the long walk to end their Howard sojourn and receive their hard-earned, well-deserved Howard degree. For the class of 2025, the path you followed to reach the long walk has been winding and at times uncertain, but you persevered. You continue to walk forward at a determined and decisive pace until you reach this celebrated day. And just as you followed the steps of venerated alumni who preceded you, faint echoes of their footfalls guiding you along your Howard path, so too will generations of bison to come use the trails you have blazed here to guide them on their own personal journeys. Your footprints now an indelible part of this great institution. Of course, we know that you did not reach this juncture without the love and support of many. To the families, friends, mentors, and loved ones who stood beside these graduates every step of the way, we thank you for your patience, your encouragement, your prayers, your late-night phone calls, your unconditional love, your periodic care packages, and of course, your tuition payments. Your presence in their lives is what makes this moment possible. Members of the class of 2025, please join me in celebrating them with a heartfelt bison round of applause. Graduates, you will be embarking on your careers or perhaps further studies at a challenging moment in our nation's history. You do so at a time when the very world order, as we have known it for the better part of a century, appears to be shifting before our eyes in real time. Understandably, you may find this a bit disorienting, a bit unsettling. Reflecting on a similar challenging time in our nation's history, in Black Reconstruction, his masterful examination of the period 1860 to 1880, published almost a century ago, the towering 19th and 20th century intellectual W.E.B. Du Bois wrote in his final chapter that nations stagger and fail on their way. They make hideous mistakes. They commit frightful wrongs. They do great and wonderful things. He then posed a question that arguably engaged and informed his work over much of a long and extraordinarily productive life. Shall we not best guide humanity by telling the truth about all this, so far as the truth is ascertainable? That dedication and commitment to seeking, discovering, and being guided by the truth is deeply woven into the very fabric of this university, the warmth and wealth. this department that has armed and enabled generations of Howard graduates who have preceded you to carry on through difficult times, to walk together and not get weary, to not allow our nation's pendulous progress towards realizing the kind of America that was the dream of this institution's founders, to alter the cadence of their lives. And by their example, their fierce determination and commitment to continue pushing and leading our nation and the world forward. It is this ethos that leads one to becoming the first African American to represent the state of Mississippi in Congress as Reconstruction, and to go on to become the first Secretary of Agriculture from the deep South, the Honorable Mike Estes, to becoming federal judge Vanessa Bryant, to becoming investment banker and financier Charles Atkins, to becoming acclaimed award-winning actress Lynn Whitney, to becoming the venerable Dean of Reagan Chapel here at Howard University, the Reverend Dr. Bernard Richardson, to becoming the former president of Stillman College, Dr. Cynthia Warren, to becoming Washington attorney, distinguished Washington attorney Donald Temple, accomplished physician Dr. Marvin Bernard, a former dean of the University of New Mexico School of Law, Albert Matheson, all of whom, and many others, are members of the great class of 1975, here with us today, celebrating the 50th anniversary of their graduation from Howard University. Members of the class of 1975, welcome home, and thank you for honoring us with your presence. Your lives are an extraordinary collective inspiration to us all. Members of the class of 2025, they are looking to you. The entire Howard family is looking to you to carry on, to keep moving us forward. Today, you become the newest torchbearers of Howard's proud and enduring legacy. Congratulations on your marvelous achievement. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we can't wait to see what you will contribute to humanity, to this country, and to the world in the years to come. God be with you on your journeys, and may God continue to bless the Howard University.
The student welcome will be delivered by Ms. Jayla Dorman, Bachelor of Science candidate in the College of Arts and Sciences.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank our Father for allowing us to see this day. We are all blessed to be here through God's favor. Amen. My name is Jayla Chanel Dorman, and formerly known by all my classmates as JD, and I am a graduating senior honors health education major with a concentration in community health and a minor in chemistry from Durham, North Carolina. To our class of 2025, this is your moment to celebrate you. You ran your race, and as we like to say, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Plenty of tears have been shed, but be proud of every hurdle you jumped, and acknowledge that we are crossing the finish line back on the yard where we belong. We are the first class to experience a traditional commencement on the yard that encompasses the long walk since 2019. And after all the hard work we put in on this campus, these are the flowers after all of the rain. channel that feeling and think about all that you've become since then. Whether you thrive or barely survive, you should be proud that we made the class of 2025. Yes, the fight for pursuing higher education is tough, but we know if it was easy, everyone would do it. This fight is something ingrained in us, the fight of our ancestors, to build a legacy for us to aspire to continue this university. As we are the culmination of our grandfather's dreams and our grandmother's prayers. For us, the fight started as we traveled from across the world with dreams of what awaited us at the Mecca. And it continued as we matriculated through this university. We've dealt with our fair share of mental health challenges, bomb threats, cyber attacks, and the notorious Howard runaround. Yeah. And now, as we walk away, we're adequately prepared to withstand environmental, social, academic, and financial challenges with unshakable certainty because of the strong foundation we've acquired for our time at Howard. What I know for sure is that there is no need to fear our future because if you know whose you are and who you are, nothing can strip you from what is for you because He is the qualifier. All of the fighting we've done up to this point is what has prepared us for this next stage of our life, regardless of the circumstances. Let my life be a testament to the fact that you are not defined by your family's financial status, where you come from, a GPA slip-up, or social media posts. None of that can be God's favor. The thought of speaking in front of you all today was initially daunting, but I have been reminded that we are more than able to do the things that others may not believe that we are capable to do. I spent the last 4 years on campus devoted to sharing my why Howard and why Howard University has been the best choice of my life to prospective students and their families through our student ambassadors program. And it always leads me back to the fact that you'll experience an insurmountable amount of personal growth through your matriculation with Howard. Here, adversity is now becoming real. We are standing on the shoulders of Howard alumni who take immense pride in our institution and the way we view the HBCU experience. Howard introduced me to the concept of networking both up and across, building genuine friendships with my classmates who will soon become the next Kamala Harris chapter. Through Howard, God's greatest gift in my life has been my community. But community goes beyond our friends. It extends to the professors that gave us grace, the administrators who checked on our financial aid, the ladies greeting you on your way into the cafeteria, the extra piece of chicken on Soul Food Thursday, the shuttle driver who waited when they saw you coming, and the professors that thought of you when they saw an opportunity. They are also a large part of our community. They helped us get through. Thank y'all. To every faculty and staff member that has made an impact on our lives, we thank you for being our advocates and support system we needed the most. Let's give them a round of applause. Community cannot stop here. We must have the humility to reach back because in the same way that we couldn't have done it without the support we had, neither can the future generations vice versa. Howard University alumna Toni Morrison said, when you get these jobs that you have been so brilliantly trained for, just remember that your real job is that if you are free, you need to free somebody else. You have some power, and your job is to empower somebody else. That's real community. May the love we have for our beloved institution, the real HU, lay at the foundation of our next steps as we chase passion and purpose, while ensuring that we're not only making our own table, but pulling up a few extra chairs for our own. And for those of you walking around with your head down and asking what's next because you don't know, it is okay. It's okay. Because if you're not able to figure it out, just know God is. It will all work out in the most perfect divine timing. There is so much promise on this yard and so much love surrounding us. As tomorrow approaches, our mothers and guardians deserve to be acknowledged for all they have done. And a very special shout out to our mom for all she has done to lead me to this point. Hey, Mom. To every member of our village, we thank you for simply showing up for us today and reminding us with your presence that we are worth celebrating. And in turn, can we all take a moment to celebrate our villages? Whether it's your family from home or if your friends are anything like mine, friends that became family on campus. Let's clap it up for them. When we went to our first banner party, our first Howard homecoming, when we met our first real friends on campus, before the letters and before the dorm affiliation, we were just happy to be Bison. HU25, we are one walking away from this university. One class with one unique experience over the years that we've been here. But the Howard experience is not one-dimensional. And as involved alumni, we should continue to work towards ensuring that every Bison feels that they have support while they're on this campus, because that is what makes us the Mecca. No matter how far we go on our personal journeys, I pray that we will never forget the foundation that Mecca gave us, because I am so proud to be a Howard University Bison. It's 25 to life. Yes, clap it up for 25 to life. And in closing, no matter how we feel, through God's favor, we will get up, we will dress up, and we will show up. Because we are the class of 2025. Everywhere, ice front, head high to the finish. Class of 2025, we saw it. God bless y'all.
The Howard University Chorale and the concert band will now perform in Walker Holland's arrangement of Lord, Baking, and Instrument. Dr. Eric O'Poole conducting. As President Benson returns to the podium, we will now confer the degrees. Honoris causa.
Vice Chair Mark Mason. Please present Emory Neal Brown. Born and raised in Ocala, Florida, and shaped by parents who were both high school math teachers, Dr. Brown's academic journey took him from a segregated elementary school to Phillips Exeter Academy, then on to Harvard College, where he earned his undergraduate degree in applied mathematics, magna cum laude. He later received his PhD in statistics and his MD, magna cum laude, from Harvard, all before completing clinical training at Brigham and Women's Hospital, Massachusetts General. Throughout his groundbreaking career, Dr. Brown has used mathematical and statistical models to illuminate the inner workings of the human brain, from decoding the circadian clock to understanding how we lose and regain consciousness under anesthesia. His research has revealed that general anesthesia is not akin to sleep, but rather a pharmacologically induced reversible coma, a discovery that has revolutionized clinical approaches to anesthetic care. In pursuit of this knowledge, Dr. Brown has developed innovative tools and techniques to read and interpret brain activity, pioneer closed-loop systems for anesthetic delivery, and introduce safer, more precise methods for monitoring brain states in the operating room. His scholarship has earned widespread acclaim. Dr. Brown is the first African American ever elected to all three branches of the National Academies. Those are the Academy of Sciences, Medicine, and Engineering.
It's kind of crazy.
He is a fellow of the IEEE, the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the National Academy of Inventors, and the American Association for the Advancement of Science. He also received the 2024 National Medal of Science, the nation's highest scientific honor.
This physics class. You took that whole physics? Yeah.
In all of this,
Whenever I went out of town for the film.
Dr. Brown has remained a teacher, a mentor, and a builder, shaping the future of science, medicine, and technology through his leadership and by his example. On the historic occasion of our 157th commencement, it is with utmost gratitude, pride, and respect
All these
that we
start
honor
paragraphs like this.
Dr. Henry Neal Brown,
Yeah. Or do you have
conferring
a
upon
space?
him the degree of Doctor
You can have it
of
like that,
Science
like the first
honoris
one.
causa.
There's no real like
And Godspeed.
thing for you.
I think I'm gonna do a space because I'm kind of really crazy.
Vice Chair Leslie Hale, please present the Honorable Barbara Lee. Mayor-elect Lee is a trailblazer whose extraordinary legacy spans nearly 4 decades in public office. She is the first Black woman to represent Northern California in both state legislature and the United States Congress. She championed bold, progressive action and always led with people at the center of of her purpose. In Congress, she held many influential leadership roles, chairing the Congressional Black Caucus, the Task Force on Poverty, Income, and Inequality, and the Congressional Social Work Caucus. And she worked tirelessly to uplift historically marginalized communities. Her advocacy was never abstract. It came from lived experience. A former single mother who understood the pain of poverty, housing insecurity, and the need for equitable access to education and healthcare. She has always governed with both compassion and clarity. Mayor-elect Lee's impact in Oakland and throughout California is profound. During her time in office, she has secured billions in federal funding, supporting small businesses, investing in public safety, modernizing infrastructure, and expanding the Port of Oakland. But her influence stretches far beyond her district. On the national stage, she is perhaps best known for her lone and courageous vote against granting the executive branch unlimited war powers after the 9/11 tragedy. In that moment, and in so many others, she demonstrated a moral clarity and political bravery that has inspired generations. Her commitment to justice began early, integrating her high school's
That
cheerleading,
sounds a wash.
leading the Black Student Union at Mills College, and organizing Shirley Chisholm's historic presidential campaign. She went on to serve as chief of staff to Congressman Ron Delamus, then as a California state legislator, and finally as a distinguished member of the U.S. House of Representatives from 1998 to 2025. Her life's work has earned her numerous honors, including the Thomas Merton Award, Courage of Conscience Award, and she is an honorary member of Sigma Gamma Rho sorority. Now, as Oakland's mayor-elect, Barbara Lee continues her service to community with unshakable resolve and hope. On the historic occasion of our 157th commencement, it is with utmost gratitude, pride, and respect that we honor Mrs. Barbara Lee, conferring upon her the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Congratulations and Godspeed. Trustee Godfrey Gill, please present the Honorable Lillian Sonoy Hall. Born and raised in Kenya, Mrs. Sonoy Barr's early life was marked by an acute awareness of inequalities facing women, girls, and marginalized communities. A reality that sparked a lifelong commitment to advocacy, empowerment, and human rights. In her late 20s, she journeyed to Derry, Londonderry, in Northern Ireland, carrying with her a vision of a more inclusive society and the will to help build it. As the founder and chief executive officer of the Northwest Migrants Forum, Mrs. Sonoy Barr has been a relentless voice for migrants and minoritized people, challenging systems of exclusion and leading efforts to combat racism, promote equity, and foster lasting community cohesion. Her impact quickly expanded into the political sphere, where she emerged as a transformative thinker. As a member of the Social Democratic Labor Party, she made history in 2023, becoming becoming the first Black elected representative in Northern Ireland. She served as councillor for the Foylside district. Today, she serves as mayor of Derry City and the Strabane district, a role in which she leads with accessibility, vision, and unwavering hope. Yet her leadership extends far beyond the council chambers. Whether advancing racial justice, women's health, housing equity, youth empowerment, or the nighttime economy, Lillian Sonoy Barr continues to inspire and uplift communities at the grassroots level. She is also a mentor, a champion for the next generation, and a passionate believer that young people must not only be heard, but lead. Her work has earned numerous accolades, but her true legacy is written in the lives that she transforms every single day. Mrs. Sonoy Barr, your journey is a living testament to courage, conviction, and a belief that a better and more inclusive world is not only possible, it is absolutely within our reach. On the historic occasion of our 157th commencement, it is with utmost gratitude, pride, and respect that we honor Mrs. Lillian Sonoy Barr, conferring upon her the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Congratulations and Godspeed.
She's young. She's tough. I got 3 more for the orator. You got 3 more for the orator.
Trustee Minnie Baylor Henry, please present Ms. Natasha Trethway.
I must have added hella shit like that.
Ms. Natasha Trethway served 2 terms as the 19th Poet Laureate of the United States from 2012 to 2014, bringing to that role her signature clarity, grace, and deep engagement with history. She is the author of 5 acclaimed poetry collections, including Native Guard, which earned her the 2007 Pulitzer Prize, as well as Monument, poems new and selected. Her work spans genres, including the nonfiction meditation Beyond Katrina, the best-selling memoir Memorial Drive, and most recently, The House of Being, a profound reflection on the art and act of writing. Ms. Trethway's voice and vision have been recognized by the Academy of American Poets, the Guggenheim Foundation, the National Endowment for the Arts, and institutions such as Yale, Harvard, the American Academy in Rome. She is a fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the American Philosophical Society, and the American Academy of Arts and Letters. Her lifetime achievements in poetry have been honored by the Library of Congress, the Heinz Family Foundation, among many others. Ms. Trethway has served as Chancellor Emeritus of the Academy of American Poets and currently sits on the boards of the Pulitzer Prize and other leading institutions. She holds the title of Board of Trustees Professor of English at Northwestern University. In honoring Natasha Trethway today, we celebrate not only an extraordinary writer, but also a courageous chronicler of memory, of history, and of the American experience. On the occasion of our 157th commencement, It is with utmost gratitude, pride, and respect that we honor Miss Natasha Trethway, conferring upon her the degree of letters honoris causa. Congratulations and Godspeed. Chairman Lawrence Morse, please present the orator, Mr. LeVar Burton. Across 5 decades of extraordinary creative work, LeVar Burton has helped shape the American imagination. From his breakout role as Kunta Kinte in Roots, to his beloved portrayal of Geordi LaForge in Star Trek The Next Generation, to his iconic 23-year run as host and executive producer of Reading Rainbow.
Look how this is his biggest pop is right here. Huh? Look at his biggest like crowd pop is Reading Rainbow. Oh my god!
I mean, it's Reading Rainbow.
That's my childhood, like he is.
Even though it ended like 20 years before we were born, you know, it's pretty tough.
Still showed it.
Yeah.
Mr. Burton has inspired generations with performances rooted in ACP Image Awards.